Students, are you all set?
Just before we start the presentation, I want to let the judges know that our PowerPoint isn't going to be up at first because we start with a little skit. And also, I just want to make sure that all of our teammates are visible on the screen. So there's like a thumbs up if you could see all of us. Okay, good. So for my teammates, are you guys all ready to go?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So we're ready to start now. Hi, we're the founders of CerebroTech, a productivity company.
Wait, 1 second, I'm getting a text.
Gina, Ryan, this happens all the time. In my Zoom classes, everyone's zoned out.
They're not paying attention. Their cameras are turned off. It's very unproductive.
Sorry, it's hard to focus. I haven't been in a real classroom for over a year.
COVID-19 has impacted everyone, and now we're starting to make progress with vaccines and the economy. But we've yet to address one issue: education.
Many students have struggled in school throughout the pandemic, which will affect the education system for years to come. CerebroTech is here to show students that productivity lies in their hands by helping them find their focus.
I'm Anti Agarwal, the CEO of CerebroTech.
I'm Ryan Foudy, the CFO.
I'm Raheem Sheikh, the CMO.
And I'm Gina Chun, CIO.
In light of COVID-19, schools across the country have transitioned to online learning, which fails to engage students. We did a survey of Long Island students to validate this and found that 69% feel unfocused in their online classes. A survey by the AEP also showed that 56% of teachers covered less than half of their curriculum this year. Finally, younger consumers care about the environment but still use plastic. 79% of plastic sits in US landfills, and Cerebro provides a biodegradable alternative.
Our survey was directed towards high school students on Long Island to show how students have fared during virtual learning. Next, we consulted with occupational therapists, OTs that work with students, including students with disabilities. Lastly, we used scientific articles to design our product with the latest technology and eco-friendly materials. From our research, we learned the attitudes and needs of our audience.
Our product is a handheld productivity cube called Cerebro. Ryan and Anjali are showing printed 3D models. It is made of thermoplastic starch and will be available in 4 colors: black, green, blue, and our signature purple. Cerebro includes a twisting joystick, 2 programmable LCD screens, a 4-button joypad, and sensory surfaces.
Each face engages students with different stimuli while simultaneously strengthening their focus and memory. There's no specific productivity center in the brain. Instead, our product aims to train a network of regions that make up our brain's attentional system, while giving users a way to track their progress. Students can improve cognition while having fun, and parents will love it too.
What makes Cerebro unique is that it can pair with our app by Bluetooth. This product-app combination yields long-term focus building and anxiety-relieving exercises. Our app uses UX design to be user-friendly and modern.
As shown in settings, students and parents will be able to create time restrictions, preventing Cerebro from becoming a distraction during school. We'll also provide difficulty modes that allow students of different age levels to advance on their self-improvement journey.
One of our strengths is that Cerebro is affordable while maintaining high quality, since we use thermoplastic starch. We still plan to follow federal guidelines like the CPSC, ADA, and AOTA guidelines, which improves our credibility and accessibility. Finally, our use of high-end technology helps us reach new customers.
Our first weakness is our limited industry and media presence as a new product. This will be remedied by our thorough marketing plan. Although Cerebro is a one-time purchase, we hope to have in-app premium plans and sponsored content to create new revenue streams.
Online schools started the trend of digital education, and we must continue to provide for student needs. More schools are emphasizing mental health and sustainability, aligning with our values.
Second mover competitors may try to replicate Cerebro, but we plan to file for a patent to prevent infringement on our intellectual property. General bias against mental health may hinder our goals, but this will be offset due to the growing needs of our users. Finally, as a new product, we need to establish our place in the industry.
Our primary demographic is teens ages 13 to 17 or high school students with a middle-class household income of $60,000 to $160,000. Our secondary demographic is university students ages 18 to 25. These users can afford our product and download our app. Geographically, the Office of the Queen's Borough is looking for opportunities to grow as New York City's future tech hub. Also, since New York City schools face the most challenges with safe conduct due to COVID-19, we hope to begin operations in Long Island City. Then we'll expand to Uptown New York City and Brooklyn.
Students with a short attention span or unstable schedules would benefit from Cerebro, as they struggle in learning environments. People interested in productivity through the use of work timers would be more likely to use our app to monitor their progress.
Hannah Michaels is our primary user profile as she is a 16-year-old high school junior. When Hannah purchases her Cerebro and downloads our app, she can pair her device and visit the activities page. By engaging in tasks to improve her manual dexterity and focus, which are difficult due to her ADHD, Cerebro helps ease external stress associated with college applications.
In our first year, our product will be sold for $34.99 with a 75% profit margin. Standard fidget cubes sell for around $15.99, but we use high-end technology to meet your needs. Our prices are similar to other handheld gadgets, like an Xbox controller. Sure, a consumer can purchase a mundane, black and white fidget cube, but by paying the extra amount, they can take advantage of the digital revolution.
From our warehouses, we will first ship through online channels, like our website and Amazon, and then to in-person channels in the future. Most media traffic will be directed to our website.
In phase 1, our first strategy is using TikTok's 15-second format to reach our primary users. We aim to modify standard advertisements to spread brand awareness through digital marketing impressions. Many high schools and colleges have created stores to sell supplies where we plan to supply Cerebro to boost brand recognition and credibility. We also hope to attend school fairs, specifically educational trade shows, where we can reach our primary consumers alongside other technology companies.
In phase 2, we aim to enter the world of productivity technology. We plan on reaching out to author Dr. Sanjay Gupta for promotions, and we also plan on attending trade shows, starting with the New York Tech Expo in April 2022. With these, we can build credibility. Finally, education professionals and parents trust print media. To reach them, we plan to use Psychology Today for print and digital advertisements.
Advertising makes up most of our first-year costs, as we plan to spread brand awareness early on. Our professional fees encompass our legal fees, trademarks, and patents. We also rent a storage warehouse and shared workspace for maximum efficiency. Our cost of goods sold ratio will decrease over the next few years because as our prices go down, our production costs will follow. After the first phase of our marketing strategy, our outreach and wages ratios will decrease also, but our charitable donations will remain consistent due to our core values. In our first year, we project a sales revenue of $437,375. From here, our revenue will only grow each year. Our estimates are conservative, as they only account for 1% in New York City students in the first year, 2% in the second, and 3% in the third. We believe that our true profits will far surpass these levels.
Customer acquisition costs show us how much we spend attracting users. Through customer retention rates, we can track how many of our users maintain loyalty to our services. Finally, customer lifetime value shows us how our average customer contributes to our overall success. Our metrics follow our users at every phase of their Cerebro journey.
We worked with OTs in helping all students, including those with disabilities. Our activities parallel those of a special ed classroom, except ours are combined in one platform, saving time and money. By donating 1 cube for every 10 sold, we will also help underprivileged districts across NYC, as shown through our charitable donations.
In June, we plan to develop our product and apply for several guidelines to reach a wider range of students, which will take around 3 months. In August, we plan to enact our first marketing phase, right in time for back-to-school shopping, followed by research in January and our second marketing phase in April. In September of 2023, we plan to expand to Uptown New York and Brooklyn to include in-person distribution channels.
Although it is unlikely that we will have to use them, our exit strategies were crafted as a precaution. First, we would try to have CerebroTech acquired by a software company like Digital Dream Labs based in hands-on educational technology. Otherwise, through liquidation, we can cover any outstanding debts we may have.
Thank you for your time. Cerebro aims to help young adults feel confident in their classes through digital and physical focus training. With your help, students will find that productivity lies in their hands, and together, we can all find our focus. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Great job, everybody. Excellent. Okay, so I'm putting 5 minutes on the clock for our judges.
Thank you, everybody. As a parent of 4, I don't think I'm alone with any other parents that may be listening in today that want to take every device my child own on a daily basis and burn it, throw it out a window, and hit it with a car. So my question is, you talk a lot about the channels of marketing, but I think a big thing around this is messaging. I'd like to understand how you are going to convince parents that more screen time and more tech in this moment is the right psychological decision for their children. That's my first question. I'll follow up with the second after the answer to that.
Well, just to start off, so our product is intended to replace certain screen time on their phones with something that might be more productive for their use. So as parents, you probably know that your kids aren't going to listen to you when you say, put your device down, don't use your phone. They're still going to be using these devices. So rather than fight against that, we want to work with kids and show them something that they want to use, something that they want to use to get better themselves. By doing something that the kids would want themselves, they have a higher chance of actually succeeding and moving on with their progress. And also, just to add on to that, the average student uses their phone several hours during the day. We would intend to replace a percentage of that, perhaps like 1 hour of their total screen time, or even just a few minutes of their day. And these are small steps that they can use to sort of shift from Instagram and TikTok and Twitter to something that might be more beneficial to their overall studies and overall success in the future.
Great. If you could move now to the financials, you talked about, I believe, in phase 3, I believe that was 2023, that you'd be looking at in-person distribution. I'm assuming you meant retail. Is that correct? Retail distribution. I saw Walmart and a few other logos there. Number one, I just want to clarify, at what point in your revenue projections would traditional retail begin? That's the expansion and distribution section in 2023?
We plan to distribute, I'll go back to slide, I'll try to find it. But we're planning to distribute first to things like bookstores, which already sell products like ours. And
so like a Barnes & Noble, for clarity.
Yes, and such as local bookstores that exist in New York City. And they are places that already promote productivity.
Understood. So my follow-up question then, this is the question because I want to be good to the other judges. In your financials, can you I think you mentioned your gross margins around 75%, again, give or take. How are the retailers being paid?
So the retailers would be, well, first of all, we would focus on entering into the retail market of the bookstores in year 2. So that's when this part of the plan would start. Regarding retail, it would be an additional fee along with cost of goods sold. It would be similar to kind of what the user would be paying for when they are shipping.
Is that factored into, so in your financials, have you factored in the retailer's margin into your cost of goods sold? Because it looks like it's pretty consistent. So I was unclear. It seems like COGS are going down, but obviously a retailer might take upwards of 55% in order to be on shelf. So how does that compute?
I just also wanted to add off of what Ryan just said and say that when we when we distribute to retailers, which will happen in the 3rd year, we will selling off our website would be cheaper than buying it from, say, Walmart, as Walmart would mark up their price. And our total COGS on the slide that's on the screen right now, it's as a percentage of our yearly revenue. So the number itself is increasing, but as a percentage of our revenue, it's decreasing.
Thank you.
I actually have no questions. I thought it was an excellent presentation, so thank you very much.
I have just one. Part of the value over a traditional, let's call it analog fidget spinner, is the connected side and I guess the programming and the content that's in your app. So how is that factored into your financials and the constant upkeep and development of that content? Where does that fit in on your financials?
I'll just start with the financial part, and then I can pass it on to Raheem to further explain the second part to that. So the research and development aspect of our expenses is where we are putting our time into really developing the activities to match the latest information that we are receiving from occupational sources, scientific articles, and other parts of our research.
Yeah, and then just to add on to the app and product combo, our app would be free to download, and as Brian mentioned, the product is $34.99. And we wanted to emphasize that our product is a SaaS, so it would be able to update due to the cloud, and that would also help remedy this.
Follow-up question. How are you looking at manufacturing the cube, and take me through that process that you thought through in your financial picture?
Sorry, go ahead.
Do you want to take it? Or?
Oh, I could, yeah. So we outsource our production to India, and that's actually per federal guideline. We would have to disclose that on our packaging. So we outsource to India, and we ship it back here over to the United States, and that factor is, we account for it in our cost of goods sold.
Thank you.
Okay. A very big round of applause to all of the teams, a virtual round of applause, an actual round of applause. I should get some of my kids' noisemakers, their toys, to congratulate